Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. So today I have 16 different Google cars to help you know where you are in the world on GeoGuessr. This will be part 1 of the Google car guide series. And yeah, some of these will be the same as in my last video about, I think it was like 35 ways to tell where you are in GeoGuessr, but nonetheless there will still be many new tips as this video is solely focused on Google cars. Okay, so right here we have the standard Kenya snorkel. You can see here's the first type and here's the second type. They are both found in Kenya. There's not really any metas that I know of for like where each of them are. But yeah, if you see either of these, then going Kenya is a good idea. So in Bangladesh, a lot of times you'll see this car, very colorful front with the red like top mirror and then the green in the mirror with the 4 roof racks. And here's another funny little meta. If you see this guy that climbed onto the roof rack, there is a couple of different instances of this happening, but one of them can be found, if it'll load, way up in the north, in the northwest up here. There would be that guy that climbed on the roof rack. Okay, so really quickly here, it'll be jam-packed. So this car can be found, a very similar car can be found in Guatemala, Laos, and Kyrgyzstan. This is what it looks like. This one is in Guatemala, but there are some special cases. So here we are in Laos, and the only city in Laos that does not have this Google car is just the capital of Vientiane. So this city right here does not have that car, but all of the other cities in Laos, so here we are in a city called Luang Prabang in Laos, it does have this car. It's a little bit different, but this is what it looks like. And then in Kyrgyzstan, it looks very similar too, except there are 3 metas with the mirrors. So here, this is called the North Mirror. This is in the capital of Bishkek in the north. You can see there's quite a lot of road showing in the mirror. And then if we go to the southern mirror, here we're in a city called Osh in the south. You can see that there's a lot less road visible in the mirror. So you can see the difference. This is in the north and this is in the south. And then finally in Kyrgyzstan, there's something called the dirty mirror. So it is going to be the southern mirror. So it's going to be this mirror, but there's going to just be like a lot of dirt on it, as you can see. And this car is only found really on this road here, that is west of the city called Jalalabad, right here. So, and the dirty mirror is really only found on this one road. So here we have a car that is similar to like Guatemala, Laos, and Kyrgyzstan one. It is found in the Faroe Islands here, so it's got the 2 mirrors and the 4 roof racks. But here up by the mirror, there's like another little roof rack, I guess. And yeah, so this car is only found over here in the Faroe Islands. Up next is another quite well-known it's the Ghana car. So you got the 4 roof racks with the tape at the front right roof rack. Sometimes you can get like a mirror visible, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you get the front of the car visible, sometimes you don't. But you will always get the 4 roof racks with the front right one having tape on it. So next up here we have Senegal. So there are actually a few types of Senegal cars. One of them is this car here, and it is like this white one. Another one is the same car, but it's like more gray. And then the third type is the older Gen, like, Gen 3, I'm pretty sure, car, where there's usually you can't see mirrors. Sometimes you can see like one, maybe both. And you got the 4 roof racks and rifts. So any of those, or all of those can be found in Senegal. Next up here we have Iceland, and the Iceland car can be fairly hard to see, but usually you can tell that is a white car with this long antenna, and I'm pretty sure that all of Iceland is covered with this white car and long antenna. And if you can't tell too well, then you can see where the antenna is. There's a little bit unblurred, and you can see that that's white, and also the blur is just sort of a light shade in general. Here we have another pretty well-known meta. This car here, with like basically the mirrors and then a little bit of the actual car also visible, is mainly really just found in Kampala, Uganda. So yeah, and then it's very good because then you basically know the city. Here we have a car that is similar to the Senegal car, and this car here is found in Doha, Qatar. There was some coverage added, mostly just in the capital city of Doha, for the World Cup. And yeah, this is the car that was used. Here we have a much less well-known car. So you'll get 4 roof racks with this car, and then you'll get the 2 mirrors, and then the actual car itself will be like a camouflage. And this is found in Kruger National Park, in South Africa, which is like in the northeasternmost point of the country. Okay, so in Nigeria, you have a lot of different cars that you can get. This isn't even all of them. So you can get this like Senegal, Doha looking car with a bunch of black and white tape on it, or black and yellow. You can get this car with the roof racks with black and yellow tape on all of them and nothing but the mirrors visible. You can get this one, which is the same as the last, but you can see more than just the mirrors, and you can see there's more black and yellow tape. You can get this Doha Senegal looking car with black tape all over the top, black and yellow. You can get this low quality camera with like this weird back of the car, and you can get this red car with black and yellow tape. And that's not even all of them, but Nigeria sure loves black and yellow tape. So this meta here is very useful because it is only found in the Philippines. It's this car that at first glance looks like a black car, but as you can see, it is actually a white car, and this is a huge window. So it's the white car with the big window, and then the red, like, backlight thing. Yeah, it's only found in the Philippines. So in South America, you can get a lot of black car and a lot of white car. So, and yeah, so I'll just quickly go through most of the countries that have the cars. So in Uruguay and Argentina, you'll pretty much only find the black car that sort of looks like this. In Peru and Bolivia, you can find either the black car that looks like this, sort of, or the white car that looks kind of like this. And then in Chile, you'll pretty much only find this white car. So these can be very helpful for telling where you are in South America. Here we have a car that is very distinguishable. This car is in Sri Lanka. The Gen 3 Sri Lanka has this blur here, and it looks like the French flag. You can see like the blue here, the white here, and then the red here. And yeah, if you see that, you'll know that you'll be in Sri Lanka. So if you are in like a very like deserty landscape with this car with like a lot visible, then you'll be in the Sir Banias Island, which is this island right over here. That is part of the United Arab Emirates. Here we have another Uganda car. A lot of like national parks in Uganda, at the very back of the car, have this little bit of these like black pole things that you can see, which is pretty helpful because I wouldn't say that it's the most well-known meta.